So, there is an ancient symbol that has quietly appeared in mystical traditions for centuries. So, you may have seen it in sacred art, in esoteric teachings, or hidden in spiritual text. A rose that's blooming on a cross. To the casual eye, it might just look like a decorative religious symbol. But to those who understand the deeper mysteries, it represents something far more profound. It represents the journey of the human soul. You see, the rose and the cross together reveal one of the oldest spiritual truths ever taught, that enlightenment does not happen by escaping the human experience, it happens through it. So, today we're going to explore what the rose and the cross actually represent and why this symbol may be describing your own spiritual journey right now. You see, at this point in life, everyone begins to ask deeper questions. Why am I here? Why do I go through certain experiences? And why does growth often come through struggle, heartbreak, or transformation? You see, many people believe spirituality means escaping pain or transcending the spirit or the physical world. But the ancient mystics taught something very different. They taught that the human experience itself is the sacred path, the moment that challenges us, the lessons that humble us, and the relationships that awaken us. These are not only obstacles to enlightenment, they are the very soul in which the soul blooms. And this is exactly what the symbol of the rose and the cross was designed to teach. First, let's talk about the cross, because most people associate the cross only with religion. But in mystical traditions, the cross represents something much broader. It represents the human experience itself. The cross has four directions: north, south, east, and west, and these directions symbolize the four elements of the material world: earth, air, fire, water. In other words, the cross represents life in the physical realm. It represents the body, the world, the challenges of living, and the structure of reality. You see, to the mystics, the cross symbolized the place where spirit enters matter, where the eternal soul steps into the temporary human story. And this means something very different. You see, the human experience was never meant to be avoided or rejected. It was meant to be lived fully and consciously. The cross is not punishment. It is the stage of which transformation happens. So now let's look at the rose. Across cultures, the rose has always symbolized divine love, wisdom, and spiritual awakening. But there is something very important about how a rose grows. A rose does not appear instantly. It unfolds slowly, petal by petal. And this is exactly how the soul awakens. Not all at once, but through experiences that gradually open the heart. So mystics also notice something else about the rose. It has both beauty and thorns. And this was symbolic as well, because the path of awakening contains both love and loss, joy and sorrow, and growth and discomfort. You see, the thorns are not separate from the rose, they are a part of the same plant. But like the challenges in life are often part of the same process that awakens the soul. So the rose represents the soul unfolding into its natural, or its true nature, and it represents the awakening of the heart. So you see, now we bring the two symbols together, the rose blooming on the cross. And this is where the real mystery is revealed. The symbol is teaching us that spiritual awakening happens through the human experience, not outside of it. The cross represents life, and the rose represents the soul awakening. When the rose blooms on the cross, it means something beautiful has happened. The soul has awakened within the human journey, not after escaping it, not by rejecting it, but by moving through it consciously. You see, every challenge becomes a teacher, and every relationship becomes a mirror. Every moment becomes an opportunity to open the heart. And this is the deeper message of the symbol. The soul does not bloom despite life, it blooms because of it. So, how do we apply this wisdom to our own lives? Well, first, we got to stop seeing our challenges as meaningless suffering. Instead, we begin asking a different question. Not why is this happening to me, but what is this experience trying to awaken within me? Every time life pushes you into growth, every time a relationship triggers something within you, every time you face a moment that requires courage or transformation, you were standing on the cross of human experience. And within that moment, the rose has the opportunity to bloom. Growth is rarely comfortable, but it is always meaningful. Your life experiences are not random. They are shaping the unfolding of your soul, petal by petal. You see, the rose and the cross remind us of something very important. You do not need to escape your life to become spiritual. Your life is the path. The moments of love, the moments of challenge, and the moments that break you open and teach you who you truly are. All of it is part of this sacred unfolding. The cross holds the experience, and the rose blooms within it. So if this teaching resonated with you, I invite you to reflect on something. Think about one experience in your life that challenged you, but ultimately helped you grow. That moment may have been difficult, but it may also have been a place where the rose begins to bloom. So share your reflections in the comments below. And if you enjoy experiencing and exploring spiritual symbolism and the deeper mysteries of awakening, make sure to subscribe. Because in this series, we're going to continue uncovering the hidden wisdom behind ancient symbols like the rose and the cross and what they reveal about our spiritual journey. So until next time, remember this: the soul does not bloom away from life. It blooms within it. And I'll see you guys in the next video.